Hi there, it's another beautiful episode here. We have Mrs. Paul Adebayo here with us. The other time she spoke about in-laws, how you're going the challenge, how to deal with the challenges and all. But today she's going to talk about godly relationship. She wants to share her story with us so that we can be able to learn from it, and also because with what is going on presently now in the society, a lot of the teenagers, they are just going from one place to wandering about. They don't know how to go about it. So we have Mrs. Grace Paul Adebayo here to shed more light on godly relationship. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for inviting me. So, I think the story should revolve around how I met my husband. Yeah?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so, because it was a good relationship. So, let me start with just that short story. So, back then, I schooled in, should I mention my school? Anyway, I'm Nigerian. It's University of Ilorin. It's in Nigeria. In case those are watching us outside the country are wondering that it's University of Ilorin, it's in Nigeria, Kwara State. Okay, so I was in the fellowship. So there's this thing about worshiping with fellowship with godly people, fellowship with godly people. It attracts people to that are godly. So it's from you fellowshipping with people that are of God that you can talk, can get to know, meet godly people. Here we're talking about godly relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So then it's on fellowship. We're just friends. We're in the same unit. I was in drama unit. I was also in drama unit. And then even before we got talking, we were just friends. Before they asked me, I was in my finals after I finished school. We were just friends. And before then, those in my fellowship, the executives, they already asked me out. I turned them down like back to back when they are leaving the school, like those in their finals when they're leaving the school, that's one come and ask me, another one come, like it was back to back, they were just following one another, like one after the other, they were just coming. That was when and then I told God, there's this very particular person that I liked. And people liked him too. Like he could sing, he could play the instrument. I don't want to mention the position he was then. Perhaps those that in my church then will have known, those that are watching, they might know him. Okay. But let's just leave it that way.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay, so he asked me out. So it was I'm like, how can this big as this person is asking me out? I was not going to settle for just anybody. I wanted what is good for myself. I wanted to just say yes. But then I knew this is going to be something that is forever. Mm-hmm. So I went to ask God. I prayed about it. I told God about it. And let me say here that it's not when you are until you are in a relationship, that's when you not get close to God. It should not be a relationship that should move you to God. Like you must have a relationship with God. So it's not as if, you're in a relationship, you're not going to ask God, what are you saying? No. So I had to ask God, okay, God, you know this kind of person, this is hard to describe. Like I like to talk to God because I'm talking to human beings. Yes, so I was just telling him like, this person that I mentioned, he has asked me out, I know you're aware and all that.
You have to have a relationship with God.
Yeah. So then God told me that he gave me the scripture, that's in Job, I think 23, I can't remember now, I have everything in my diary. So he said, acquaint now yourself with me and be at peace, and then your good shall come. Hey, Jesus.
That's very nice.
It was painful. Somewhere in Job, I think 23, I can't remember now. I cried, actually. Did I cry? But I didn't cry, but it pained me, like, how can, like, do you know what this is? How can, it was so, but then, he waited for me to give him a reply, so I told him that, no. After his set, another person came. He was still in the position of the person that asked me out. Mm-hmm. And then I knew God was not talking. Although it was mounting pressure on me that I have to relationship with him, that God said. I'm like, God said. It was really, as I walked from the church bus stop to my house, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about what that he said. Well, it was hurting to me because I was saying God said. But the voice of God should give me peace. You don't
Yes.
tell me say God said, and I'm not at peace.
With it.
I'm not at peace with when God said. There was a burden. I know this is not burden, it's not from God. So be careful what God said.
From you, a man.
For man, be careful what God said. People will tell you that God said you're my
You're my
husband.
wife.
God
You're
said
my
you're my
husband.
wife. See, God is not an author of confusion. Let's be clear.
Thank
God
you.
is not an author of confusion. Whatever I have told him, he should tell me. I'm not deaf.
So, you know what? We'll continue the remaining story because it's looking more interesting from here. So we'll continue the story next week. Do make a date with us. See you. Bye.